We are at Mount Gerizim, er-Gerizim, which is a Samaritan city, temple city. And look at that. Those are the houses from the Hellenist time. I'm talking about, let's say, 3rd century, 2nd century BC. It looks like they built it yesterday. We will talk about the Samaritans soon, but what I want you to understand that the Samaritans believed in the same story of the Jewish people, but they believe that the Temple Mount is here, Mount Gerizim, not at Mount Moriah. Then in that case, the center of the world is here. The place that Abram almost sacrificed Isaac is here. And of course the temple is here as well. We are at Samaria, very close to Shechem. This is where Abram almost sacrificed Isaac. You can see the altar that he prepared. The wood was on it, and that's where the angels and the lamb goat was found. Isaac altar, right in front of you. And then I can hear the sounds of Shechem, Nablus. Then 12 tribes, King David, one state. But later on, after King Solomon, they split into two. 10 tribes became to be Israel, and Judea is the second state of Israel in a way. Then when Jeroboam, the first king of Israel, decided to rebel and he said no one goes anymore to Jerusalem. He built two places, important holy places. The first one is Dan, north of the city. Second place is Bet-El. Now the Jews believe that Bet-El is next to Ramallah. They actually said that Bet-El is right here in Mount Gerizim. Then in that case, when they came to here, or some of them believe that they are part of the 10 tribes of Israel, they knew that this is the area of the temple. Got it? That is one of the most important places for the Samaritans. They believe that Abram, Jacob, built that altar to God here. For them, this is the center of the world. The Samaritans believe in the 5 books of the Torah. That's it. No kings, no prophets, nothing else. According to the scholars who excavated that place, that might be that temple of the Samaritans, which is almost the same temple, if not the same temple, that was built before at Jerusalem before the time of King Herod, Ezra and Nehemiah. Then you can see the doors there and 2 holes, and you can see that is a flat. You can see the wall here. Look how thick is the wall, and maybe there was a tower here. You can understand that it wasn't a private place. And because Josephus Flavius told us that the Samaritan Temple is almost the same as Ezra and Nehemiah Temple, then it might be very important. Another thing that you must understand, the culture of Israel and the culture of Judea, after they split into two, were the same. It's like a different culture. And the Samaritans believe that they are a result of it. They see themselves as the Israelis. The Israelis don't see the Samaritans as Jews. This is another part, maybe a little bit outside the temple. You can see here the square, and we found a lot of kosher bones here of animals of 1 year old. Then we know that at the temple time they used to sacrifice people if they celebrated something like that. It's called little sacrification, not the temple sacrification that was there, as we believe. Nice. When the Israelite entered to Israel, we know that they came through Shem as well. The Samaritans believe that all the 12 tribes built the 12 stones right here at Gerizim. We are climbing up.
אז אנחנו נמצאים על המגדל, אחד המגדלים של הכנסייה הביזנטית שהוקמה כאן.
Now, if it was difficult for you to understand, remember that's the 12 stones that Joshua brought from the Jordan River. Then another option, and take it slowly. It's not easy to understand. Here you can see a monastery all over, and the church is a octagonal church. You can see it right here. Octagonal church actually tells us something about something important that happened in the middle. What some scholars believe, remember we saw the temple there, some scholars believe that was the altar, and the church was built on top of the altar. The altar is always outside the temple, the sacrifice place, and the temple was right here. This is the Holy of the Holy. Just try to build here the Holy of the Holy that ends there, and it was such a huge building. Then in that case, some scholars believe that the Dome of the Rock is not on top of the Holy of the Jews. It was where the altar of the temple was, and the Holy of the Jews is the left part of it. This is strange and different. I love that idea of building and destroying traditions. Let's go to the church. Then we are at the church now. You can see the beautiful mosaic. It was built around the 5th century, and if the theory is true, then the altar was right there. One of the reasons people accepting that theory is because we don't know why they built the church here, because this is a memorial church. Something very important happened here. Then so many theories. If you want to be more confused, then let me tell you that the Samaritans themselves, they don't believe in the temple. At the first 5 books of the Torah, there's no temple. Then in that case, they don't accept it. But we found so many evidence for the existence of a Samaritan temple here. Guess what it is? The font. Amazing, isn't it? I know that it's amazing. Tricky and amazing. It's almost sunset. Look how beautiful it is. But if you want to see Shem, Nablus, then here it is in front of you. Oh, look how beautiful it is. It might be the gate to the temple, the Samaritan Temple, or not, choose whatever you want. And then the church later on use it. There are some pools here as well. Again, it's such an amazing place, isn't it? It's like a water system or something like that. Oh, I cannot open it. Ah, yeah, ancient system. כן, רואים שמה. כן, ראיתי. Then this is that might be the part of the temple. And the Holy of the Holy is just behind that part, that wall. What can I tell you? Lots and lots of information. Then that is the area of the Samaritan Temple, which the Holy of the Holy was right here. And the Samaritans doesn't believe in it, but one special thing is when they are praying the 3 festivals holiday, just like the Jews, Shavuot, which is Pentecost, New Year's Eve, and Sukkot, they're stopping here and praying through that area. And when they asked them, why are you doing it here? They didn't have a real answer. Still, there's so many theories. I don't know what is true or not. What I believe is that if the Samaritans don't believe in the temple, then why to have a temple? Theory and reality. I don't know what is the true, but it's such an amazing place. Mount Gerizim. You can see here clearly a street with so many stairs. Maybe it's the entrance, or one of the entrances to the temple. And when I'm talking about temples, I'm talking about the Samaritan temples. See, they actually call it secret place, but they didn't mention the word temple. Hellenistic structure. And those buildings are from the Mandat, the British Mandat. Then this is a Samaritan neighborhood close to the wall of the temple. See the wall of the temple in front of you. Remember the street that he saw earlier. It was from there. But it's beautiful to see that there is an olive press here. And you had to purify yourself there, like a mikveh, but different than a Jewish mikveh.
להם בעיה, הם שולחים את אחד העובדים, אתה אומר לו שעה מסוימת, הוא מתקשר אליו, והוא שולח עובד כדי לפתוח את השער האחורי.
We are walking next to the walls and the monastery walls as well. Byzantine wall, that's of the monastery, yes. But we are entering now to the ancient Samaritan neighborhood.
טוב, יש פה, אתה אומר לנו, כתובת הקדשה בכתב שומרוני, מישהו יכול לראות את האבן?
Then, wrong thing. We are going to the Samaritan neighborhood. We are leaving now the site, and you can see it in front of you. And then at least 3 years, 3 times a year, at the Samaritan / Jewish festivals, they're going out from the holy site straight to their neighborhood, which is the modern neighborhood. The Samaritans here lived in Shem, but slowly they built their houses at Mount Gerizim, and today they are living here. I think all of them, but they do have an Israeli citizenship, Palestinian, and some of them, the oldest one, has got even Jordanian passport. Then, although this is part of Israel, at the end of the neighborhood, you can actually enter Palestinian area of Shem. They can do that without any problem. They speak Arabic, but most of them speak Hebrew. I forgot to mention that the letters, the language they are using is actually ancient Hebrew. The Israelis are using Aramaic in a way. Then if you are going through the modern neighborhood, I can show you, I hope that I will see some signs with ancient Hebrew letters. And I don't know how to read it. I can translate it letter by letter, but not more than that. And welcome to the modern Samaritan neighborhood. Wait with me, I will show you. No, I'm talking to them. I will show you the ancient Hebrew letters that the Samaritans are using. Usually it's next to the entrance, kind of a Jewish mezuzah, but I don't see it here. I'm sure that you will find it right there. Above the house, this is their mezuzah. And שלהם, לא שלנו. Here it is. Yeah, above the door. Then, ancient Hebrew. So you're supposed to see it at the entrance of every house. I can see another one. Here you can see another one. More difficult to read? Oh, now you can see it. Oh no, this is too... It's nice to know that in the streets of Tel Aviv, you can find a lot of graffiti with ancient Hebrew, and you have to translate it, and then you discover that it's a very beautiful modern Israeli songs. Next time they'll come to Tel Aviv, talk to me and I will take you there.
בורות עמוקים כדי 3 מטר, כן, בבור. כן, הבורות האלה דלקה אש מהבוקר, והשוליים, כלומר הדפנות של הבור, הפכו להיות ממש אדומות. כשכל התהליך הזה מסתיים וממליכים את הכבש, מביאים את הכבשים לכאן, ושמים אותם כן בעמידה, כאשר השיפודים, אחת שמים את הלוח הזה, והשיפודים פשוט...
בחוץ.
בולטים החוצה מהחורים שאתם רואים כאן, כן, כל זה מכסים בעבר, הולכים הביתה. זה סדר פסח. שיושבים הבית, ואוכלים, ושותים, אז היהודים לא היה להם מה לעשות, חיברו את ההגדה. ההגדה של פסח, שיהיה גם מה להגיד, כן, מה שנקרא מגיד. כי לוקח זמן עד שהכבש יהיה מוכן, כן, מהחום של האבנים, הוא למעשה מתבשל, זה עכשיו בערך שעתיים. השעתיים עושים כל מיני מגדנות ואוכלים, ובסוף הארוחה, אז מוציאים את הכבשים אחרי שעתיים, בודקים שלא נשברו עצמות, לוקחים מהר הביתה, כל אחד תואם, מספיק שטוב קצת, כן, כזה אתכם לזה, זיכרון לטעימה הזו, מתי אנחנו עושים? באפיקומן. מתי אוכלים באפיקומן? כמו שעדיין נשאר ער, כן?
אחרי שמוצאים אותו.
וזה למעשה הקורבן, כן, האפיקומן בא להזכיר את הקורבן שאותו אוכלים בסוף. אחרי שתואמים מהקורבן, לא עושים אותו כלום, כבר אין כבר...
אתה לא יכול.
הקורבן חגיגה, מה שאכלנו קודם, כבר מילא לך את הבטן, אז תואם קצת מהקורבן הזה, ומביא אותו
לתעלה.
דמוי העצם, ושורף אותו עד 3-4 בבוקר, לא נשאר כלום. כן, כתוב, בעצם כתוב הנותר ממנו, והאש תשרוף. זה למעשה הטקס הגדול של קורבן הפסח, טקס שרבים באים לראות אותו, בכל זאת יש בזה בתוכו גם מזמורים ושירים, וגם לבוש מיוחד וכדומה. כן, וצופים.
להם יש את המקום הכי טוב, אבל מצד שני הרבה עשן.
בואו תגיד לנו מה יש לנו במוזיאון, זה מדריכים שרוצים לשמוע. בואו.
אנחנו נבוא באופן מיוחד למוזיאון. יש לנו זמן, נלך, מה הבעיה?
בסדר, אוקיי.
אוכל מוזיאון?
אבל אתה יכול יותר מאוחר, כי אני רוצה לראות כמה תפקיד... אני רוצה לתפוס את...